Hey, good morning, everybody. Hopefully, you guys can hear me. Little bit of a rambling video. Hopefully, I can get it all in one take. I got sideswiped last night in Visalia on Court and Caldwell. Maybe the person who did it will see this video. Anyway, I was visiting some friends. We were just kind of having movie night, having some snacks and stuff like that. And it was probably about not quite 10 o'clock, but it was maybe between 9:30 and 9:50 when I walked out to the car and I noticed that my driver's side mirror was sideswiped. Well, I pretty much noticed that the mirror was no longer there. About 3/4 of it, wires sticking out and everything like that. The person didn't bother to leave a note, so I don't know. I mean, what bothers me even more is they could possibly say that, they probably could have possibly, either turned back around or went back around the block and wrote down my license plate and saying that I'm the one that did it. That's what would really bother me. I mean, I found parts of their mirror. It was mirror-to-mirror contact. I don't know, maybe they just couldn't see that well, or, I mean, I know it was dark, but, I mean, they couldn't see that well, or could have been a drunk driver, somebody on their cell phone texting, but it's like, at least do the courteous thing and leave a note, which means to tell me that maybe they borrowed somebody's car, or maybe they didn't have insurance or even a license, perhaps. I don't know, but at least do the courteous thing, so that way we can get the matter straightened out. Which I'm gonna have to get the matter straightened out regardless, because I need a mirror. I don't need to be driving around and then getting a ticket. And, I mean, I just go from work to home, work from home anyway. If I go into town or anything, it only might be once a week, just nothing. I really don't get out much. I'm pretty much a homebody. But it just frustrates me that somebody could be very inconsiderate and think about only themselves. At least in that perspective, I'm going to have to settle the matter anyway, whether there's that second party there or not. I'm hoping that the mirror won't cost a lot, but I'm sure it's going to definitely at least be a couple $100. I mean, the motor that turns it was taken off, $500-ish, I don't know. Not to mention having it put on, or if we could put it on ourselves, that's what we'll do, just to save a little bit of money. But the last thing I definitely need is a ticket. That's something that I definitely don't desire, especially when something wasn't my fault to begin with. That I don't need a pity party. But anyway, no, my original video yesterday I was trying to do was about the coming year, your goals, your resolution, whatever you want to call it. Mine is, of course, always to better myself and to try different things. And I don't know when yet. I'm not going to set a date. When I do, I will let you know. But I'm thinking about going plant-based for at least a week just to see how I feel. I mean, I'm already plant-based anyway for breakfast, sometimes for lunch. I'm always eating fruit, and if I don't eat fruit, then I'll eat oatmeal, things like that, with some walnuts. Usually when I go into work, on those days I totally feel great. Especially this time of year when it's raining and cold. I don't feel sore. My arthritis in my lower back doesn't bother me as much. Like I said, I don't feel sore, I don't feel stiff or anything like that. I'm able to walk around and move with ease, bend down when I need to pick stuff up. I notice I move a little bit quicker. I think with being plant-based, you have better blood flow to your body. So it doesn't, eating just a high carb, I should say more processed carbs, it bogs you down, it bogs the system down, and it makes you move slower, and it makes you want to take a nap. And like I said, for at least a week, just to build myself up to that. I'm not gonna beat myself up if I indulge every now and then. They have something called the 90%, 10% rule, or as long as you're eating 90% of the time, how you know you should, then you can have that 10% to yourself. I don't know where exactly I stand with that, but I definitely know that even if you fall off the wagon, just keep going. Don't say, well, it's all over with, that's it, I blew it. No, just keep going. And also surround yourself with other people to encourage you. I'm thinking about doing this, going vegan for about a week, or plant-based, for health reasons. It's nothing moral or anything like that. Just for health reasons, if anything. Man, it is really raining right now. Anyway, actually, let me show you my mirror. Hopefully you can see it. Definitely got sideswiped. There's hardly nothing there. Alright. Alright. But yeah, even right now I feel good. I had a big old giant orange that came out of Fowler. A big old bag. I don't know. Maybe it was a 10-pound bag. Something. But these were some giant, like softball size oranges. Really good, really juicy. I don't think they weren't caracaras, I don't think. That'll probably be next on my list. I really haven't had any pears during the fall or even right now. Still hooked on Pink Lady apples, Honeycrisp, Fuji apples, anything with some sweetness and a little bit of tart, But, the thing that pastas, I love pasta, I love breads, and that's where I really need to limit that too. But like this morning I had, like I said, a big old softball size orange, and then I had one slice of sourdough toast, and I put some ghee on there. For those of you that don't know ghee, what ghee is essentially, I took 4 sticks of butter, melted it down, and all the fat got left down to the bottom, so it basically separates the fat when you boil it. Basically, it's clarified butter without the fat. It's a healthier version, and it's shelf stable. So, I have it like in a mason jar in the cupboard. And you can refrigerate it. You don't have to. But it has more of a nuttier taste. It still tastes like butter, but it also has a bit of a nutty taste. It has a higher smoking point. Won't burn as easy. It just spreads and melts over the toast fairly easy. But, now as far as a lifestyle change, I'm not saying never, but I think eventually I might step down to being a lacto-ovo vegetarian, which means basically I'll still have some dairy and eggs. I really don't drink milk anymore. I for the past few years I've been drinking almond milk, and that actually has more calcium in it than actual milk. But I still love my cheese. I still love my eggs. So I mean, it's gonna be a process. And don't you dare condemn me for that. But I'm gonna better myself, definitely. But I think we all can do that, and it's okay to look at your goals broadly. But if you're the kind of person like how I'm starting to realize that I am, is I need to break things down into months instead of like, oh, I'm gonna do this all within a year. No, I think breaking it down into smaller increments will be better for me, definitely. And like I said, if I mess up, if you mess up, keep going. Just keep going. Don't let it bum you out. But all right, guys, I will let you go for now, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye, guys.